Welcome back to the channel. I am Rachel Kennedy, and today we are going to be touring a property, a single family house in Denver, Colorado. So today I wanted to really feature what can you buy in the city and county of Denver, Colorado, and compare that to maybe what you can find outside of the city limits. So let's get started. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Rachel Kennedy. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. I do release videos every Tuesday and Thursday, and I don't want you to miss anything I put out. Today we're going to be touring a single family home in Denver, Colorado, listed at $700,000. I wanted to do this to be able to give you perspective, real life example of what can $700,000 buy you in Denver, Colorado. So let's get started on our tour. All right, so let's talk stats on this property. This property has been on the market for 27 days. They originally listed at $725,000 and lowered their price to $700,000. Right before I came to tour the property, I did get notice that they have received an offer. So I can assume that they are probably within 5% of that $700,000 ask price with this offer that they currently have in hand. The home was built in 1951 and has 2,800 square feet, 4 bedrooms and 2 full baths. As a 2-car tandem garage, meaning that you park front and back instead of side to side. And it also has 2 outbuildings. This is very unique. We don't see this very often. It's definitely more common inner city, but once you get into the suburbs, it is very uncommon to find outbuildings that are of anything other than a shed. So these 2 outbuildings both have heat and electrical, so you can use this as a home office, a home gym, an art studio, maybe you rent it out. So many different uses. And then one other thing to note is that this home also is completely xeriscaped, meaning that there's only one small patch of grass in the front yard. And as you'll see through our tour, most of it is gravel, so you don't have any yard maintenance in that backyard. So great if you're not a gardener, but if you want that plush grass, probably a downfall. We are located in Berkeley Gardens, which is just north of the Highlands neighborhood, which is one of the hottest neighborhoods in Denver. We're just north of Regis University, which is a well-renowned graduate university here in Denver. So what I love about this location is that you're really, really close to the city of Denver, but still kind of tucked away in a quiet little neighborhood. This neighborhood is currently undergoing growth, meaning that you could probably find a single family home for around that $400,000 mark. It's probably gonna need some work, but today we're gonna show you what you can buy for $700,000 turnkey single family home. Okay, so it's the next day, and I wanted to pop back on and kind of recap our tour that we took yesterday. As I was touring the house, I recalled actually touring that same house 2 years ago with clients that were looking for a rental property at the time. They didn't love the street that it was on, and they also didn't love the layout. But I wanted to recap and kind of give you an idea or give you the complete story, 2-year lifespan of this property that we toured yesterday. So that property was on the market in 2021. It sat on the market for a little while, maybe 2 or 3 months. It ultimately sold for $519,000. So the sellers have owned it for about 1.5 years. They have been running it as an Airbnb for the last 4 months, averaging about $3,000 a month in rental income. Now they have it on the market for $700,000, and as of today, it is under contract. Again, I don't know the exact price that they're under contract for, but I am going to assume that it's pretty close to that $700,000 ask price. So what I found interesting is that they really did not do a ton to that house since they bought it in 2021. The only poignant things that I have noticed that they did was update those paint colors. They just did some trendy paint colors. The flooring is the same, the kitchen is the same, the bathrooms are the same. The other thing that they did was they xeriscaped the backyard and laid new gravel in the front yard, and then they installed heating in those 2 outbuildings that we saw. Now what this does, it creates what we call livable square footage. So in order to have livable square footage, you have to have heat to that room. So if we have, let's say, a garage that does not have heat or flooring or is finished, then it's not livable square footage. So it has to be a finished space, and it also has to have heat. So that's what they did, and then they increased their livable square footage on that property. So I just wanted to give you that peek into a life of that single family house that we toured yesterday, and show you kind of the lifespan over the last 2 years and how much it's gained in value. The location is probably the biggest driver on the value increase because it is in a great location. It's not quite there yet. The neighborhood is definitely growing. It's not quite there to its prime just yet, but it'll be very interesting to watch that property and see over the next few years how it grows in value. In the next 5 years, is that house going to be worth $1 million? I have a hard time believing that, but it will be very, very interesting to watch how much that value grows.